All right. Oh, what's up? So, as we all know, Mercy has been nerfed, and a lot of people think that she's been nerfed into the ground. Ah, she's useless. Can't use Mercy anymore. Well, that's just simply not true. Um, Ultimately, I believe that the nerf was a success, and Mercy will not have to be changed anymore. And here's why. Um, because before, with still having the extra charge and the instant res, um, the power of it was just way too strong. However, now that she does not get the extra cast and she has the cast time, or sorry, doesn't get the extra res and has a cast time on it now, her power has ultimately been put into a good spot. Because prior to, well, pretty much the patch, she was literally required. But now that this res nerf has come in and Valk is at 15 seconds, literally every other healer in the game can be played now. You're looking at Ana footage. This is from this week. It's from, well, today. Actually, it's the 1st of February. This footage is from today. I did not have to play Mercy. Now, I never really enjoyed playing Mercy to begin with, so obviously I'm glad about this, but a lot of Mercy mains have also said that she was just, way too powerful. Um, Now, ultimately, there's winners and losers. The winners, sorry, the winners here is, well, every other support in the game. Ana still needs to be worked on, personally, I think. Um, she's just too slow with the mobility creep. I don't necessarily think she needs a mobility ability. I think she just needs to be compensated for how much compensated for how immobile she is. Personally, I think she should do more healing than Moira, because Moira has fade to quickly get in and out of combat, while Ana has nothing. She has to stay in the back, and if someone dives her, well, you gotta use your abilities. But what if your abilities are on cooldown, or you miss? Well, that sucks. And I just quickly wanted to, I wanted to counter the points made in I think it was your Overwatch or Overwatch Central, where they were going over winners and losers, and winners is every single support player in the game. Forgot what else they said, to be honest. But they had like pretty even winners and losers, and I just wanted to go over their losers point for a second, because they said how Far Mercy and Anti-Dive lose due to these Mercy nerfs, because Far Mercy, well, because she can't get rezzed. Far can't get rezzed anymore. Well, she can still get rezzed, but not like she used to. And Anti-Dive loses because of Mercy not being able to res up the Orisa when she goes down. Now, I think personally that this is just not true. They also said that Widow loses out here because there was a strat where Widow would get a pick, be damage boosted by Mercy, get a pick, all that stuff to try and bait out the res. I think that I don't think Widow loses in this situation either. I think if anything, Widow wins here because there's no longer that res. So Widow's picks mean something again. I think Widow's gonna go up in pick rate, personally. And with the Far Mercy combo, or with the Far Mercy comment, Far Mercy's kind of always been a niche thing. It's not something you can necessarily go every game. It's usually something, you'd pick it at the start of the match, Um, and hope they don't have a hit scan. When they have the hit scan, you switch off, you know. But or if they say don't have a hit scan at all, you switch into it. Far Mercy. It's always been a niche kind of combo. Not something you can really go all the time, unless you know you're on like PS4 or Xbox, because you know no one can aim. But jokes aside, yeah, I don't necessarily think Far Mercy necessarily loses. I think it's just gonna stay the same, really. If someone wants to go Far Mercy, they can go Far Mercy. It's having Res be nerfed doesn't necessarily hinder that. And also with anti-dive, because the guy's point was that because now Reinhardt and Roadhog are going to go up in popularity. Oh yeah, he also said winners was like all the tanks too, which I agree with, because with the Mercy meta, what we really had to do is you had to play around the Mercy, so you couldn't go anything crazy like well, you could go dive, but you couldn't really go something like a Reinhardt as well as Orisa. And you know, you would have to just go super turtle mode, so like Zarya kind of fell off. Yeah, Zarya fell off. I think Roadhog fell off a little bit too. But now that Mercy has been nerfed, you can really open up to different comps. I mean, quad tank is on the rise. I hope that doesn't fucking become a meta, because that would be kind of booty too. Because you know, honestly, because the reason, well, people say like, well, there was triple tank. Yeah, the reason triple tank was a thing is because Ana can obviously charge her ult really fast. And what the goal of it was to get Nano as quickly as possible. But then Ana got nerfed, and then they stopped. Then triple tank stopped, and it went just back to a 2-2-2. I'm not really sure why, because Ana could still charge her Nano really fast. I guess that's besides the point. But so the idea of quad tank is Moira, maybe another healer, I don't know. But obviously you have 4 tanks. And the idea is to get Coalescence as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if you're gonna go quad tank, you should grab an Ana instead, because Nano is still really powerful. I don't really think Nano's Coalescence is as powerful as Nano, in my opinion. Well, because Coalescence is pretty good. I'm not saying it's bad, but for the purpose of going quad tank just to charge up a Coalescence, I don't think that's really worth it. I think it would be much more worth it to charge up for a Nano, because you get the, I believe it's 30% increased damage and then 50% damage reduction on whoever's Nano boosted, while Coalescence gives I think it's a bit less healing than a Zenyatta Tranquility, and not that much damage, to be honest. So, but obviously both are at the same time, so that's how it's balanced. I understand that. But still, I don't really think, I don't know. Don't really think that's worth it. I mean, I guess time will tell to see how this pans out if we really go into a quad tank meta. But yeah, I just don't think they're much more worth it on Moira. Now, all that aside, Mercy, she's, contrary to popular belief, she is not useless. She really isn't useless. Just the thing is that they finally figured out how to tune her power to the point where it's she's still good. As long as Rez is an ability, she will always be a good pick. Valkyrie's an incredible ult, honestly, with the chain healing. The only thing is that it's a 5-second reduction, but you know, you're still getting chain healing or attacking, which leads to a lot of healing. pretty brain dead healing if you ask me, but yeah. I think in a way this will probably make Mercy players think twice before just insta-popping Valk to charge in for a res. I think res is going to be a more tactical thing now, personally. I think with this nerf, res is at where they wanted it to be, where they wanted to reduce the power of res without getting rid of it, and I personally think they succeeded with this nerf, because now res is still here, but it's not like such an insane ability that you are like need to take a mercy because, oh, this is going to be an 8v6 because they don't have a mercy. It's not like that at all, because now there's actual counterplay to the res. Because before, you know, when she first got reworked, it was just instant, always instant. That was kind of nuts. Then they added the cast time, which added counterplay to her out of Valk, but when she was in Valk, she was still nuts because it became instant and she got an extra charge. But then they got rid of the charge, added a cast time in Valk. All of a sudden, now her power level isn't insane. She's actually pretty balanced now, if I dare say so. And she is not useless. Because she's still a very easy character to play that still has a pretty decent power level. So she will always be a good pick. Not like Ana, say, where, you know, to be honest, is there really a reason to pick Ana over Moira or even Mercy? No, there isn't. There really isn't. That's not stopping me from playing her, but, you know, if I'm solo healing, I'm gonna pick Moira. Or if we have another big heals, you know, I'm gonna go Zenyatta, or whatever, you know? Ana still needs to be worked on, but point is that Mercy is still good. Put the pitchforks down. That's really, you know, that's really all I have to say on that. It's to recap. Mercy is not dead. She's still very good. But her power level's finally in check. Quad tank might be on the rise. Ana still needs to be worked at. Pretty much everyone but Mercy mains win here. It's pretty much all I got. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Gonna probably do more of these, to be honest.